Hello everybody. This is a day late, but she's done a live stream this morning and it is so boring. I couldn't even find anything at all of interest. That she's worried that the treadmill might not take her weight, but that is literally the only tiny little snippet of anything that was of any interest whatsoever. So I did watch this the other day, and I remember while I was watching this, I was thinking, there was a couple of things I wanted to say. I can't remember what they are now, but I'm going to do a reaction to the full-length video of this. So let's get into Foodie Beauties. How much do I really weigh now? Because we're all so keen to know. Ready, steady, go.
I know too much is not good, so too much of anything is not good for anybody. That's the whole point of my lifestyle change.
Alright guys, so here's a weigh-in. Don't mind the blurring, it's just, I don't want you guys to see my silhouette. The scale is reflective. Don't mind the stain here on the scale, I just noticed that now. But I'm just showing you guys that my scale cannot be tampered with. There's no tear.
Wait a minute. This is not a food scale, or is it? What's the stain? Don't tell us to not mind it. What is the stain? What could possibly have stained your scale? Poop? Tomato sauce? Do you have condiments in the bathroom as well? What's the stain? Please explain the stain.
Option or anything like that. In the back, it's just basically where you can change the unit between pounds and kg and the battery.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So, how does
she manage to look like a boiled potato? Is it the hijab style? Is it the drapery around the neck? Is it because it's black and the black doesn't suit her? Is it the lack of eyelashes? Why does she come across looking like a boiled potato some days? It's a mystery to me.
This is going to be a weigh-in discussion kind of video, as you saw from the opening. I did say yesterday I was going to have Salah film me getting on the scale, but then I'm like,
he's not interested in anything I do or say, and he couldn't be so I have to do it myself. Oops. Sorry, was that my inner monologue coming out? My bad.
I just, sometimes he's busy and he's not around when I want to weigh myself, or he's still sleeping, or which was the case today when I woke up. I want to weigh.
Then how about you get a stand? Get an Octa grip thing. Get a shelf put up. If you don't have someone who's going to help you, find another way. Because the way that you do it really makes us all quite seasick. But think around the problem, Foods. If you don't have someone to film you, get a piece of equipment that does the same job.
Myself right in the morning when I wake up and, have an empty stomach, and I like to do it without any, getting all dressed up and everything. So that's what I did. I weighed myself, and I showed you the scale because, I'm not gonna. I don't care what haters say about the scale.
Then why have you gone to all the effort? Why have you gone to all the effort to show the back of the scale, to explain that there's no tear feature, and she goes on to weigh a bottle of water and stuff like that. But why do you go to all the trouble to disprove what the haters are saying if you don't care? If you don't care, you don't care. It's a moot point. There's nothing to say. But you are bothered that we think that you are heavier than you are saying. So there's that for two reasons. You are in the past have lied about your weight, and you say you haven't, but you absolutely have. And the other reason is that clearly, ma'am, the weight that you are telling us is so far off what you look like. So you must be one of those people. There are some people you hear them, they tell you the weight and you're like, oh my God, I did not think you were, I thought you were, oh my gosh. They carry their weight so well that you're surprised that they're heavier than what they appear, because they hide the weight, they can carry themselves weight. The weight looks good, Foodie's the opposite. Foodie looks heavier than what she's telling us by quite an amount. And I think that bothers her. She looks a good 50 to 100 pounds heavier than what she's telling us.
I just wanted to show you once and for all that it can't be tampered with. There's no tar option or whatever it's called. There's no
tear
scale, whatever, okay? Salah does weigh himself with that scale, and it's accurate for him, so that's good enough for me. If it's not good...
What's wrong with her thing? Why does it look like that? What's this blobby thing on it? I can't tell what that is. Why does it look like that? It looks weird.
For my haters, I don't get that, whatever, who cares? Yeah, so that's what my weigh-in is, and I'm really happy because it's going down, alhamdulillah. So in Bangkok, the last time I weighed myself was on this like weird, sketchy street scale out front of 7-Eleven that you put one baht in. That's their currency there. And it was too narrow this way, and I'm like this way. So, I had a hard time. I had to hang on to the back of
She considers it sketchy because she was too big for it. That makes it unreliable. The fact that she was too large to fit on it made it scientifically inaccurate. There's nothing sketchy about it other than it's a public scale. They probably get calibrated quite often. And even if it's 1 or 2 pounds out, it's not there for a medical device. It's there just to probably give people an indication of whereabouts they're sitting weight-wise. It's not sketchy. You were just too big for it.
Scale. But it was wavering between around 164 and 165 kg. So
no, ma'am, it wasn't. It wavered between 161 and 164.8. There was about a 3 kilo difference because you couldn't fit on it properly, or you were trying to hang 1 foot off, or you were trying to make it seem a bit lighter than it was. It simply was because you didn't fit. It wasn't wavering between 64 and 65. Get out.
I'm not sure how accurate that was, but it was probably around there because that's usually my weight when I'm not doing too well. It goes up.
Her hand is so distracting. Is anybody else distracted by her hand? She waves it around so much and it looks so much like a puppet hand. It doesn't look like it's actually attached to her.
The 60s, 160s kg. So, so for those of you who don't know, I think that's around 153 kg is about 339 pounds.
Of course, she's not waving it around now.
340. So what have I been doing? And I know I've been here all the time. I usually get down to the low 150s and then I go off track. So,
Ma'am, this is one of the things. You don't get to 150 and go off track. You're off track to get to 160. You're never on track. On track is like weeks and months and years of work. A fortnight here, a day there, a week here, an exclusion of an item over an overnight that makes you drop, say, 10 pounds is not on track. You don't have a history of on track. You have to stop saying that. To get to the weight that you're on, you're not on track. Not even short term. Stop it.
I have to say, guys, this time my mentality is different. Maybe this will be the time, and I'm not...
Sorry, desperation and regret is not a mentality change. She regrets her holiday in Bangkok. She regrets feeling so sick. She regrets not doing stuff. That's a motivation. She's desperate to do stuff with Salah. She's desperate to film and have better content because she knows on her own she's a lame duck. She needs Salah to make this more interesting, even though it's not more interesting with Salah, but she thinks it is. So she thinks if she loses weight and they can travel and do stuff together as a couple, that's going to be content that people are going to watch, and it's absolutely not. Her motivation is not going to get her to succeed this time because it's not one that is sustainable.
Saying that there's not going to be ups and downs, there's definitely going to be downs. I'm sure, I'm ready for them though. Bring it on. And
what have you done to be ready? What have you done to cope with those hard days? Because so far you've gotten home and it's been a smooth run. There's been no crisis. There's been nothing to put you off track, in her words. But what happens when the days where you would normally use food to cope, you're upset, you've had a fight with Sally, you're feeling depressed, you're insecure, the haters say something that triggers you? Where are your coping mechanisms that you normally would use as food? So what have you got in place? Hot shower? Go for a walk on your treadmill? Drink some water? Talk to a friend? Watch a movie? Listen to some music? Get out of the house? What are your coping strategies that you have now got in place that you didn't have before? I'm interested to know what they are.
I feel like I don't even want to falter right now. I don't want to binge eat. I don't want to, give in. I just want to keep going and doing what I'm doing. Except last night when I was laying in bed and we were going to sleep, I kind of had this like little feeling that, thinking of all the cheese in my fridge and all the food I could go eat, food I could make, whatever I have in my house, I would find something. And then I thought, no, just tell yourself no. You're not gonna. It didn't last long and it wasn't very intense, so alhamdulillah for that as well. So what I'm kind of doing, I don't even want to label it. I'm just aiming for no binge eating, and eating, I don't know, like eating less, I guess. Eating less. I'm not totally depriving myself. Although I haven't eaten any junk food. I still have my one chocolate bar. The other one was finished over a few days. So this one is still there. I haven't had any yet. I haven't been craving chocolate.
So that to me tells me that she doesn't believe that all that cheese is junk food. All that bread is not junk food. All that full fat yogurt is junk food. What's for like the wider population is junk food is very different to what junk food is for a diabetic. And for somebody who has trigger food. She has 7 different types of cheeses in her house that are trigger food for her. That is junk food. It's junk. Her grocery haul, all that tin food, it's not considered junk food, but it's junk food. It's garbage, nutritionally, flavor-wise. How hard is it to stick mushrooms in a pan and fry them or cook them off with some stock or some onion and some garlic and some flavorings? No, it's so much easier to pop a tin and then dump it into. It's just gross. It's not good. But her food haul was junk food. It was crap. It was crap. I want to see these meals that she's cooking that's got all the sweet potatoes and all the veg that she brought. I want to see these. I want to know what she's eating of them. I want to know at the end of the week how much of that is gone to rot and how much of it she's actually eating, and she's not just having bread with dip or reheated mushrooms from a can on a plate with an egg. Like, these are not sustainable meals. They're not tasty. They're not delicious. They're not good for you. But she's going to continue pretending like she's eating so much better. But it is a great goal, is to not have a binge. I'm not going to binge. But to go from 40 years of binge, pretending like overnight I've stopped binging and I'm going to hold to that and not go back and do it, she's kidding herself. This whole thing is delulu.
So when I have a chocolate craving, I'll just have a couple squares of that, maybe like a row. Anyway, so I've just been like eating. The formula I've been doing is eating 3 meals and 1 snack. So at night, like when we watch a movie together, I'll usually have like a small miniature size bag of potato chips. And I've only been drinking water, no diet soda, no regular soda. I've been eating satiating meals, and I've been eating in between those meals. Like sometimes I like to include some fruit. So sorry, I've been eating 3 meals, 1 like kind of junky snack at night, just a small one, and I have some fruit. Like if I'm really craving something sweet, or I'm kind of hungry in between, I'll have like some fruit. So I have a lot of fruit: grapes, banana.
But who and when are you eating all your grilled Syrian olives? And all that other shit you got from the deli, when are they being eaten? Or are they considered part of your healthy meals. Oh, but that's right. We're not focusing on healthy meals. We're focusing on 3 meals and a snack and some fruit in a day. That's the plan. Okay.
Which is nice because the bananas are not going to go bad. I'm not going to have to like chuck them in the bin. I hate wasting food. It really makes me feel bad. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to have for lunch today. I'm going to put a bit of hot sauce. So I have here some tuna with some mayo, yellow mustard, a whole bunch of fresh dill. I love it. Black pepper. And I'm going to put a bit of hot sauce on there. By the way, this is my hot sauce.
We don't care.
There's still plenty. And we're going to mix that.
So when she fails this and starts to go back to binge eating and mukbangs and all that stuff, and we start going, accountability, where's your cheeses, where's your hot sauce, where's your mayo, where's this, that, and the other, she's going to start telling us, it's none of your business what I eat. I'm a grown woman. I'll do what I want. After she has set the precedent that she's being accountable for the food that she's eating, she's going to throw it back in our faces when we start holding her accountable, because that's the kind of diabolical fiend that she is.
I give my cat a little bit because yesterday she guilt tripped me. I don't give her much, just a little bit. I know too much is not good, so too much of anything is not good for anybody. That's the whole point of my lifestyle change.
Preach to us, sister. Preach to us while you sit there at 400 pounds plus. That moderation is the key to life and health. You've never been able to do it in your life, but now she's preaching to us about moderation and healthy eating and how to do it. It's been 4 days. Talk to us in 6 months when you've dropped 100 pounds. Don't talk to us now like we have no idea what we're doing. Please.
It's just to try to be more moderation, you know. Okay, so we have some tuna. I have some of this stuff here left over. So it's like a mixture of cucumber, parsley, tomato, red onion, and this like feta cheese mixture. I have some pita chips. And I've been eating this. This is like one of my favorite things. It's so good. So yeah, I'll just...
That mixture she's got in the container there, I'd probably throw a bit of balsamic vinegar over the top of that and eat that on like a cracker or like... So some pita bread or something, I would smash that. Absolutely smash it.
Have a bite with you guys.
I'd probably put some... It's got feta. Yeah, it's got feta in there. Stick your fingers in it. That's beautiful. No, I don't want to watch her eating.
What I've been having is just like I had today a slice of multigrain toast and I put a little bit.
No, I don't want to hear about
potatoes.
When you're on a diet and literally all you can think about and talk about is food, like the food you're gonna have, the foods that you've eaten, the foods that you're planning to have, the foods that you're missing. Like everything is about food for the first however long, and then eventually it just stops being fun. Like thinking about it, and you get like either mad, sad, you start to miss the stuff that you want. But this one is just she's obsessing about the dieting, so it's all going to be diet talk from now on, and I hate it because she's like, this is what I prefer, this is what I do. It's like, it's been 4 days, you don't do anything.
All I had, and then I had a bit of mango. Now I'm having this. So for dinner, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make, but I took out some ground beef, and I'm thinking that I'm going to make meatballs.
So the dietitian or the doctor told her to eat fish. I don't think sodium-laced tuna, I mean, it was in fresh water, but it's still got extra salt in it, and that's why they say don't give tin tuna like that to your cat unless you've rinsed it. I don't think that's the kind of fish that he meant. He probably meant some salmon or some white fish, some fillets, you know, maybe some prawns, some like seafood type things, not tuna in a can, but it's still healthy. Like it's fine. But the ground beef, you're not supposed to have beef, but we're just working on one problem at a time. We're not going to face the diabetes and work on a diabetic diet. We're just going to not binge. We're working on one thing at a time. It's probably smart for Chantal, but it's definitely not going to help with her diabetes.
Like kofta and eat it with like rice or something like that and some salad. So yeah, I'm just trying to eat, you know, like a normie when it comes to food. Basically somebody whose hormones work properly when it comes to...
Oh, I hate this too. I hate this, how she makes her hormones are out of whack, and that's why she eats the way she does. And everybody, everybody who eats a healthy, fresh, balanced diet has perfect hormones and perfect mental health issues. We're all able to regulate that because our bodies are not revolting against us. No, it's because we make active decisions every day to choose better foods. I'm menopausal, have anxiety, and a history of bad eating. Like, I was a fatty boomba. I was 322 pounds. I have to choose the foods that I eat, as well as having those obstacles that fuck around with my moods and my hormones and all that good stuff. I still have to make the choice to eat certain things. And I'll eat chocolate. I'll have cake, I'll have chips, I'll have pizza, I'll have pastas, lasagnas, ribs, all the stuffs. But I don't eat it for every meal, every single day. It will be a smaller portion occasionally, except for pizza. I love pizza. But I still have to fight the want for chips every day and I don't really want ice cream, but I still have to say, no, I can't have that today as well. I can't have that today as well. Let's not get that. Get the small, not the big, not the, because you'll feel sick. And yeah, but it's not just about hormones and being perfect and being mentally sane. It's just about being aware enough to make better choices.
Regulation, somebody who's not obsessed with food, doesn't have an issue with food addiction, food eating disorder, somebody who just can eat just to live and, is moderate about their pleasure with food. So that's that. That's basically what I'm doing right now. We do have the treadmill coming, so that will be, we're not going to put it in the bedroom because if we wait for the bedroom to be cleared out,
So she lied when she said that she said the gym was 85% done. There's not even enough room in there. It's not being cleared out enough to put a treadmill in there. So it's not 85% done at all, fucking liar.
Never gonna happen. So we just don't have we don't have storage or closets here. So the spare room is kind of where we keep our things. So
what things?
I'm going to
What things? What things? We saw the size of Sala's little shoebox when he first moved in. He managed to get all this shit in there. What crap have you accumulated in that time? What could you possibly have that's taking up an entire bedroom? Or is it your bedroom and it doesn't fit in there? Because we saw it. You just needed to... there's a couple of cupboards in a bed. Get rid of the cupboard.
Sala's going to rearrange the couches in the living room.
But what about your guests?
And we plan on putting
But Chantal, where are the guests going to sit? All the people that come over when you have your little chill-out hangout parties, where are they going to sit? If there's a treadmill in the middle of your lounge, where are the guests going to be? That's a bit embarrassing to have a treadmill in your lounge room when you've got people over. I mean, fuck.
Treadmill here facing the ocean so that I can face the ocean when I'm using the treadmill. That will be really nice. It's like peaceful and calming. I don't know. So that's the plan. So that will be coming soon.
So if the beach is so peaceful and calming, why don't you walk down there and have a look at it every other afternoon when you get a chance, or even at the night time? What's so stressful about your days that you need the beach to calm you down? Is it Julia? Is it Sala? It's the piano playing, isn't it? It stresses you out. I understand. I get you, girlfriend. I feel ya.
Then, yeah, I plan on moving more when that comes. Not just when that comes, but I didn't want to incorporate too much exercise right now because I don't want to get overwhelmed with the new lifestyle change. I'm trying to do kind of like one change at a time kind of thing. And then I'll incorporate like more of an exercise routine.
Well, how about we just start with this? No wall russing on the couch. You're either standing or sitting. No wall russing. That's not activity. That's just breaking a really bad habit that you have of going and slothing on the couch unnecessarily because you're worn out. That's a great way to get your stamina up, is doing an action that is difficult for you. You know what I mean? If you're out of breath, no, I can't. I'm not allowed to wall rust. Until it's bedtime, no wall russing.
In the future, and it will probably be like, instead of doing 30 minutes all at once, I'll probably break it up into like sections.
That's a good idea.
Just so much easier. But I've been doing like, vigorous housework, cleaning things I never really
Anybody think she is doing vigorous housework? Do you think that maybe she's wiping a bench and mopping a floor? No, I don't think there's vigorous anything. Probably feels vigorous because you barely move. But I doubt it's vigorous. Us normies, as she puts it, would probably just find it a basic, normal, everyday movement. It's not vigorous at all.
Clean before, you know. So I've been doing a lot of, you know, bending and lifting and or mopping and stuff like that, and just like trying to keep the home really clean, cleaning a lot of the kitchen because I've been cooking more. So, and you know, I know these are all normie people things, like I said, normies, because for me it's hard, like this lifestyle change. So yeah, somebody, you know, with depression and
it's not a normie thing, it's an adult thing. It's how you want your environment to be. It's not normies. Who are these normies? People who have the same issues as you, who've just found ways to cope so they can live a normalized or livable day-to-day life. Not in a pigsty, not in a health hazard, not in a risk, because they've either got people that they live with them, they've got kids, or they need a clean environment to function well. It's not, she makes it seem like these are unattainable, weird, amazing things that people are doing every day. It's like, it's astounding. It's like, no. And it's not because we are perfect or better. It's we often, a lot of us will have anxiety and depression and ADHD and all these other things that, you know, get in your way, but do it anyway.
Like limited mobility before I get tired. It's just very hard to keep up with these things sometimes. So, but yeah, that's what I've been keeping busy with. And yeah, so between normal life things and just doing content and live streams and, you know, everyday life stuff and planning meals and cooking more, it's keeping me pretty busy. So yeah, so I just wanted to update you guys with that. On my weight, I will keep regular updates throughout. I did do an accountability cheese check last night on my live stream, showing all the cheese I had left, which was quite a bit, barely made a dent in that big order of cheese. Maybe I'll buy less next time, because whenever, like I said in my live stream last night, whenever you don't eat as much and you eat like normal portions, you find that you have so much food. So I think,
Oh my God, the epiphany, the revelation. Yeah, duh. That's why we would freak out and be like, why have you got 75 tomatoes? There's no way that you are going to eat 75 tomatoes. What are you doing with all those onions? What are you doing with all those zucchinis? We were like, there's no way she could possibly eat all of them. Was she eating all of them? She was just eating monstrous amounts of food off screen? Or they were literally going to, right? No, lady, we are telling you 6 portions of something for one person is nuts. And you ain't really cooking for yourself anyway. Get out.
I, you know, realize that I just consume way too much and I don't really need all this stuff. So that's good, because that also saves money on grocery bill. And
well, that's important.
Other things, you know,
We need to save those coins for our next Thailand trip. And if we're going to Thailand, we have to go before January, because they're making weed illegal in Bangkok. Then there's not going to be any in Thailand, because after that, there's not going to be any good reason to go to Thailand anymore.
So yes, so I'm really enjoying so far. I'm feeling really, you know, gung-ho about it, and like, yalla, let's go. Like, I feel undefeated, you know.
The excuse is like, I felt so good the first couple of days. I was really into it. I felt really gung-ho. And then the motivation drops, and that's when she's going to go back to pizzas and Burger Kings and all that good stuff.
Oh, yes. That's about it, I guess. I just wanted to give you a weigh-in update, and I hope you're all doing very well today. And I will see you guys in the next video.
But not the haters. She doesn't want the haters to be doing well. She that's fair, because we don't hope that she's doing well. But everyone but the haters.
Oh, I'm going to eat my lunch. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
bye. That was Foodie Beauty's weigh-in day. How much do I really weigh now? Like, this is my favourite version of Foodie, the diet expert Foodie. She talks like she's like, she knows exactly what to do, and this is also fun and easy and enjoyable and delicious and blah, 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 blah. when just weeks ago she was yelling, I was like, I don't want to eat chicken breast and kale every day. Ugh. Healthy food sucks. I don't like healthy food. It's not my thing. I'm 40. Don't tell me what to eat. I'm not going to be accountable to anyone. I'm 40. I'll do what I want. Suck it. And now she's like, oh, this is what I prefer, and this is what we're doing, and this is what I like, and na. I don't like eating the same foods every day, but I'm going to eat the same foods every day. That's my diet plan. I'm going to be successful without any professional help whatsoever. That's literally what's going on here. God, her thumbnails look crazy. This one over here, the let's hang out thumbnail, I love it how she puts her fingers up to her chins, like, that makes her look better. Like, that doesn't look forced or staged. That's like an 80s photo booth pose. You know, when Mum used to go and they'd put the puffy hair and wisteria and they'd fuzz it out and make it look all soft and demure, and they'd like get you to put your hand up under your chin just to make it look, you know, cash. That's what that looks like. It looks nuts. Wow, she really is stuck in the 80s. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.